Okay, so this video is like extremely long this time. It's 7 minutes and 50 seconds on my timer. So I'm very overwhelmed by this. Like, I just don't know if I can actually talk for that long. So if you hear me going off of topic or anything, you can blame that. Like, I feel like I don't have enough words in my mind to say something for that long, you know? I put up a poll yesterday because I didn't know if I would be able to finish a piece, and I didn't get to finish a piece, but I wanted to keep the upload schedule kind of similar, so I asked if people wanted to see like either an old video, another VTuber model, which was my girlfriend's, or uploading something old, and I think like most of the votes were for something old, so I picked this one. This is actually the Miku piece that is in my Twitter profile picture. It's not that old actually. I don't know when it's from. I think it's like just last year, like around this time. Actually, it's probably around Christmas time that it was. So maybe it's actually 2 years old. I'm not sure. But yeah, I decided to pick this one for today because I don't know. I feel like it's nice to show you where some of these like assets have actually come from. I was struggling a lot with this one because I don't usually draw in an anime style, and I remember like spending, what was it, I think it was like an hour, I think, actually just trying to get it to look somewhat similar to an anime style, because I feel like there's only so much you can change about Miku while also keeping sort of her original physique, you know? Like, her ponytails are sort of the defining feature of what makes Miku. Like, I've seen like Miku Sonic and like Miku Tails and stuff, and like it's always sort of definable, but like I don't know, I felt like keeping to that sort of anime style just suited her, you know? I've been obsessed with Hatsune Miku and like all of the Vocaloids since I was like, God, I was like probably like 10 or 11, and like they were genuinely the reason I actually started to learn Japanese. Like, I know like most people get that sort of fascination with Japan and like learning Japanese from like anime or manga, but like it just wasn't the case for me. Like, I found Hatsune Miku and I decided I need to learn this language immediately so I can understand these things. Like, I remember just watching like the full-length concert videos on repeat since I was like 12. Like, I would just walk around with like an iPad or something and just watch them and annoy everyone to see everything about it. I had like a class presentation in like 6th class where I had to, like the teacher was basically just like, oh yeah, do a presentation on anything you like, anything you want, just do a presentation for me and present it, and then like we'll score you and that will be like your grade. And obviously I did on Hatsune Miku because I was obsessed with her, and I included all this information. I got like the Miku blue like a banner, because obviously it was on paper because I was, you know, a baby, but like I got the Miku blue like banner behind it. I printed out pictures from the library. I got all the information. I even like had a song playing on the board so people could see it better. And I remember my teacher being so mad at me, and she was like, that doesn't count, that is not real, so it doesn't count, like, she's not real, so why do you even care? And she kept cutting me off at every single point. Like, anytime I tried to explain anything about her, she just cut me off. And it was honestly like really heartbreaking. Like, genuinely, imagine being a 12-year-old and you're so extremely excited about one topic and you get to talk about this topic for like 5 minutes, and those 5 minutes are spent just arguing with your teacher who doesn't believe that it's a real thing. And like, obviously sort of today we have like examples like, you know, gorillas and stuff to sort of showcase that better to like a Western audience. Like, I feel like the majority of times people don't really understand what it is because it's like Japanese, so they're like, oh okay, and they like write it off. But like, we have similar things here in the West too, you know? I mean, I didn't know about gorillas as a 12-year-old. I probably did, but like I didn't know the name of them or what they were doing as a 12-year-old. Top 10 most traumatic experiences. Sorry for the trauma dump. I should probably talk about the piece. I feel like I'm doing so bad with these voiceovers because I just never actually talk about what I'm doing. And like, I feel like the reason you sort of upload these videos is to kind of talk through your progress so people can like see them and see what you're doing, and then like understand it and maybe like replicate it for themselves, because I know that's like what I sort of watch these videos for, you know? But anyways, I'll talk about it now. Obviously though, like I won't remember everything because this was from like probably like a year and a half ago, so I don't know everything that I'm doing right now. But yes, this, I think I referenced the pose based off of an Instagram post I saw, but I don't have that anymore, sorry. And the outfit is like, I think I just googled like different Miku outfits, and I found like this figurine that had sort of what was it? It was like a snow theme, so I used that if you're wondering why the outfit's like that. And I kind of wanted it to be sort of unnerving, so that's why she has like this strange pose, and like it looks like she's sort of breaking the fourth wall and like staring at you through the screen. So that's why like the background is all sort of this weird, it's like almost like Stranger Things. This piece took like a long time, like 10 hours, but like it's always just my fault why it takes so long, you know? Like these sort of things shouldn't take that long, but I am very perfectionist, and so I waste a lot of time just going back over things. But then like I feel like it doesn't actually turn out as good as it should for like, you know, 10 hours of work. Because like while I try real hard on like this sketch and stuff and like perfecting specific pieces like the hair and like her face, I think is sort of evident in this, I spent a lot of time on those aspects, but then I kind of neglect things like clothing because I just don't know what to do with it. I think if I had added some textures and stuff, it would have just, you know, made this a little better. I do like the glitch effects though that I use. I think that was kind of, you know, more conveying what I wanted to do with the piece. I think I might actually redraw this at some point. I think it'd be fun to like, you know, measure how I've changed and stuff. I also think that like the hair in this piece doesn't necessarily match the rest of the drawing, so I might try and make it a bit more cohesive, because like the hair is like almost a weird like comic-y style with its like super shaded and colored bit, but like it doesn't really match the rest of it, which is like super painted. Do you like the new effects that I have for the text? I found it in CapCut and I thought it was very cute and I decided to use it, although it could be kind of distracting. Like I've just been staring at it the last few times because it just like wiggles up and down the screen. I don't know, tell me if that's like bad, because I don't know, I feel like some of these things would be extremely distracting, you know? And look, my very low effort background. It was on purpose though, it was meant to show something. Okay, we're finished. 7 minutes of talking. I hope you like it.